Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check.
Tony Thurman, the very proud superintendent of the Lake Hamilton School District, and welcome to Wolf Stadium. We're excited to have you here for a great night of high school athletics. Our players, bands, and spirit squads have worked incredibly hard to prepare for tonight, and the dedication is worth celebrating. A big thank you to all the fans from both schools for coming out tonight and for supporting our students and our public school systems. Let's show our support, enjoy the atmosphere, and let's have a great night of high school football.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remember to grab your official 2025 Wolves football program. Available for purchase at the main entrance. Programs are available for just $5 at the ticketing windows. Look for one of your junior high spirit squad members to get you a 100-plus page program packed with content supporting your favorite Lake Hamilton Wolves. A big thank you for all our sponsors, family members, and advertisers who made this possible. We appreciate you. If you need any assistance during the game, our event staff members are here to help. Look for them with gold lanyards throughout the stadium. They are eager to assist you. And finally, our concession stand are open on both sides of the stadium. Grab a refreshing drink and a snack and get ready to cheer on your Wolves. Wolf fans, the award-winning Lake Hamilton High School Power Band of Arkansas. Your very own 2024 6A State Marching Champions is now entering the stadium with 150-plus strong students marching this year. Let's give them a huge round of applause and a warm welcome to Wolf Stadium. Let's give it up one more time for the Lake Hamilton High School Power Band. Fans, please direct your attention to the east end zone as we recognize today's Lake Hamilton Athletics Hall of Fame inductees. Each were recognized this evening in a special Hall of Fame banquet inside Wolf Arena.
Wolf Nation, we are excited to introduce to you our Lake Hamilton Class of 2025 Sports Hall of Fame inductees. Our first inductee is Jennifer David, Lake Hamilton Class of 1993. Jennifer was a true multi-sport standout for the Wolves in basketball, tennis, track, and cross country. She earned all-conference honors in multiple sports and was an all-state selection in both track and cross country. One of her proudest moments came when she won the prestigious Meet of Champs, securing her place among Lake Hamilton's elite athletes. After graduation, Jennifer continued her running career at Arkansas State University before earning her Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood and Elementary Education. Today, she's in her 29th year as a kindergarten teacher in Cabot. Jennifer is married to her high school sweetheart, Jane, and together they have 2 children, Kelsey and Ethan. Wolf Nation, join me in welcoming Jennifer David into the Lake Hamilton Sports Hall of Fame. Jennifer David is being presented her plaque by Lake Hamilton Sports Hall of Fame members, Dr. Tiffany McCain and Amy Teague. Our next inductee is Kevin Dunn, Lake Hamilton Class of 1978. Kevin excelled in football, basketball, and track for the Wolves. A fierce competitor, he was honored as an all-conference and all-state athlete and was named to the Arkansas High School Super Team. One of his most memorable highlights came in 1977 when he scored on a quarterback sneak in overtime to defeat Lakeside, capping off a season where the Wolves were ranked #1 in Class 3A. Kevin went on to play football on a full scholarship at Arkansas State University. Today, he enjoys life with his wife, 4 children, and 11 grandchildren. When he's not with family, you'll find him on the farm, in the duck woods, or cheering on his favorite athletic teams. Wolf Nation, put your hands together for Kevin Dunn, inductee in the Lake Hamilton Sports Hall of Fame. Presenting Kevin his inductee plaque are Hall of Fame members Brandy Higginbotham and Steve Anderson. Our next inductee is Matt Diggs, Class of 2001. Matt was a dominant force on the football field and also threw the shot put for Lake Hamilton. A 2-time all-conference and all-state selection, he also earned honors such as the Sonic 5A preseason all-super team, Friday Night Flight all-star, and high school all-American nominee. His senior year, he was invited to the Hawaii Senior Bowl and played in the Arkansas High School All-Star Game, where he helped lead the West to victory, blocking for future Razorback quarterback Matt Jones. Matt proudly served as a team captain for the Wolves and competed under legendary coaches Jerry Clay and John Utley. After graduation, Matt continued his football career at the University of Central Arkansas, earning a letterman spot before graduating with a degree in finance. Today, he's in his 20th year as a financial advisor with Edward Jones. He's married to Katie, a Lake Hamilton alum and teacher, and together they have 2 sons, Mason and Dylan, both current Wolves. Matt also serves on the Lake Hamilton School Board and has spent nearly a decade volunteering as a youth coach. Wolf Nation, join us in honoring Matt Diggs as a member of our Lake Hamilton Sports Hall of Fame. Matt Diggs is being presented his induction plaque by Hall of Fame members Meredith LaRue and John Utley. Our final inductee of the evening is Matt Vining, Lake Hamilton Class of 2003. Matt was a versatile athlete competing in basketball, cross country, and track and field. He earned multiple all-conference and all-state honors, became the 2002 state indoor high jump champion, the 2003 decathlon champion, and capped his senior year by being named to the All-Arkansas team. He set records in basketball for senior single-season block shots and in track for the 4x200 meter relay. Matt's passion for track and field carried him to Arkansas State University, where he competed as a student athlete before transitioning into a coaching career. Now in his 17th season coaching at ASU, Matt has coached 48 Sun Belt Conference champions, 112 All-Sun Belt medalists, and 15 All-Americans. His proudest coaching moment came in 2004 when one of his athletes represented Australia in the Olympic Games. Matt and his wife Kelly live in Jonesboro with their 2 children, Levi and Lexi. His legacy as both an athlete and coach continues to inspire countless young competitors today. Wolf Nation, put your hands together for Matt Vining in the Lake Hamilton Sports Hall of Fame. Presenting Mac with his induction plaque is Hall of Fame members Jamie Bridges and Carl Kuntz. Wolf Nation, one more time, get on your feet and welcome home our Lake Hamilton class of 2025 Sports Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for tonight's presentation of colors with a moment of silence, national anthem, followed by a pledge of allegiance. Please remain standing until the colors have left the field. We would like to take a moment to send prayers and thoughts to the families and friends of those who lost loved ones in the tragic event in Minneapolis this week. Tonight's colors, under the direction of Senior Army instructors James Lively and Stephen Wedges, are presented by the Lake Hamilton High School Army JROTC. Fans, please pause for a moment of silence, followed by the national anthem by our Lake Hamilton High School band, then the Pledge of Allegiance by Lake Hamilton sophomore, Miss Marley Conley. Please pause for a moment of silence. Thank you. Please direct your attention to the field and our flag lifted proudly by our own 70 West Fire Department at the southeast corner of the stadium for our national anthem.
join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the Lakeside High School alma mater presented by the Lakeside High School Marching Band. Then followed by the Lake Hamilton alma mater presented by the Lake Hamilton High School Power Band. Thank you, fans. You may be seated. Please direct your attention to midfield for tonight's coin toss. Tonight's honorary captains are members of the 70 West Fire Department, Captain Daniel Hill and firefighter Bryson Hill. Captains for the visiting Rams, number 9, Wally Walcott. Number 74, Tucker Young. Number 13, AJ Burns. And number 3, Jonathan Prather. Captains for the Wolves, number 14, Carson Jackson. Number 55, Cannon Crooks. Number 33, Zayd Cox. And number 12, Hudson Davenport.
That in Lake Hamilton won the toss and will receive. All right, guys, let's have a great game.
Our visitors for this evening, the Lakeside Rams. Here come your Lake Hamilton Wolves.
One wolf is strong, but a pack is
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Wolf fans of all ages, it's time to get on your feet and make some noise. The wait is over because it's football time in Piercy, Arkansas, and it's game time. Thank you again for attending tonight's Friday Night Lights. It's our 2025 Lake Hamilton Wolves versus the Lakeside Rams. Back deep for the Wolves, number 14, Carson Jackson. And number 0, J.J. Johnson. Number 14, Carson Jackson on the return. Tackled by number 22, Ryan Latham.
Welcome to Lake Hamilton Live as we bring you
And
one of the
number
more
33,
anticipated
Dalton McKinney.
opening night games of the 2025 season. The
Ball will
Lake
be
Hamilton
spotted at
Wolves
the
and the
23-yard
Lakeside
line,
Rams.
where the Wolves will have first
Hamilton
and 10.
has the ball to start on offense. Quite a mystery as who was going to be the quarterback for this season. Looks to be number 12, Hudson Davenport, the senior, 6'3", 180. Motion out of the gun. Hands it off. That's 14. That's Carson Jackson. He breaks a big run. Cross midfield at the 40, at the 30. It's a foot chase. He breaks the tackle.
Number
He's
14,
finally brought down at the
Carson
11.
Jackson.
What a way to start for the Wolves.
Finally brought down by
Bring
number
back
11,
Carson
Quindarius
Jackson. He was the
Jackson.
do-it-all player last year.
And number 10, Luke Robleski.
600 yards on the ground, 400 through the air, 8 total
Result of
touchdowns.
the
That'll
play
be
is
good
a
enough
first
for the
down.
Wolves.
Sideline warning.
And it looks to be a
Lakeside.
sideline.
Livingston
warning.
First warning.
Kempersell.
Lake Hamilton hyped up. But what a start for Coach Gillerin and the offense. Davenport now under center. Hands it off, and who is it again? It's Carson Jackson.
Number 14,
Not as big of a
Carson
play that
Jackson on
time.
the carry.
As he is cut down.
Tackled by number 11, Q Jackson.
Second down and
Pick
8
up of 2 yards on the
for
play.
the Wolves.
It'll bring up second down and 8.
$15 split out. That's Jeremiah Olson, senior wide receiver. And they're also sending out Carson Jackson wide to the left of Davenport. Yet again in the gun. Hands off. And that
Number
is
0, J.J. Johnson on the carry.
J.J. Johnson,
Tackled by number 7, Joshua Rainey.
young sophomore, freshman team member last year.
Pick up of 5 yards.
But now it's 3rd down and 9. Lakeside trying to
Bring
keep
up
the
third
Wolves out of the
down
end
and
zone.
4.
3 plays out of the shotgun now for the Wolves. Davenport's going to keep it. Maybe a pitch. No, he's just going to keep it himself, and he's in. And what a start for the Wolves. A dream drive And Davenport,
Number
the
12,
senior, finishes it
Hudson
off.
Davenport. That touchdown is sponsored by Lake Hamilton Animal Hospital and Dr. Brian Peter.
Perfect scenario. Extra point on the way, just a gigantic hole on the right side for Davenport. Looked to be maybe an option play, and he just said, I'm going to take it myself. Extra point up, and it is good.
Extra point is good by number 97, Marvin Garcia.
Marvin Garcia knocks it
that
through.
Extra point is
And now
sponsored by
Lakeside
Southern Bancorp.
has to answer that. That'll be a tough drive to replicate for the Rams. 4 plays. Quick first play right out of the gate to Carson Jackson, the superstar of the offense. Two returners back for the Rams. Looks to be Peter Oman
Number
and
4,
number
Peter Oman.
11,
And number
Quadarius
11,
Jackson.
Hugh Jackson. Kicking off for the Wolves, number 97, Marvin Garcia.
This game restarted in 2018 after a long absence. It was dominated first 5 meetings by the Wolves, but the last 2 have gone to the Rams, and the Wolves want to get back on the winning track to start the season. Garcia again to kick off here from the 40. Boots it. Going to be caught at about the 11-yard line. It's Jackson. Looking left, hurdles a man. Now he cuts right, and he's brought down. Good tackle, good wrap up there. That's number 2.
Number 11, Hugh
And that
Jackson
is
on the
Jordan
return.
Amos on the tackle.
Tackled by number 2, Jordan Amos.
So this is where the Lakeside offense will start. No mystery on who their quarterback will be. It's All-State Wally Walcott. He threw for over 2,500 yards, 32 touchdowns a season ago. And he's got to do it with some new guys. Their top 2 wide receivers are gone. One was an All-State player. One was an All-Conference guy. They lost the great running back, Grady Oman, who ran for almost 2,500 yards, 30 touchdowns a season ago. So completely new look with the skill position players. Hands off. And that's Pete Oman, the younger brother of Grady. Great start to their drive. So 2 good plays out of the gate. And ball will be spotted at about the 47. But a great run there to get it started. Lake Hamilton, good experience on this defense. A lot of juniors, a lot of seniors. 4 wide receivers spread out for Lakeside, which is how they want it. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, handoff to Oman again. This one not as good. Terrific tackle in the backfield. That would be 52. Van Russell brings him down. Lake Hamilton in that 4-2-5 they like to run. Been a Tommy Gillerin staple. Gillerin looking for a 60th win with the Wolves tonight. Walcott, beautiful strike right down the field, and the Rams are already in Wolves territory. What a great job making up for a tough loss. Drew Morgan, 84 on the reception. And number 0, J.J. Johnson, was the one that dragged him down. First down and 10 from the 34, and we got a stoppage. And it's going to be a timeout from Coach Gillerin and the Lake Hamilton
First charge
defense.
timeout of the half.
Quick timeout here. Lake Hamilton. Good bounce back from 2 seasons ago. 2023 was arguably the worst season. Well, definitely the worst season under Coach Gillerin. won just 3 games, but last year they got back to their winning ways, bringing home 8 wins and even getting one in the playoffs against Jonesboro. Their season ended to Benton in a tough loss. But Lake Hamilton quickly back out on defense. Now we're just awaiting Lakeside. But so far, 2 really good drives for both teams on offense. Usually it's the offenses in these first games that seem to have some trouble, but right now it looks like the defenses are trying to get on the same page. Walcott in the gun. Going right to Oman, not the best handoff, and he is quickly brought down. That's about 3 Lake Hamilton defenders. Number 2, Jordan Amos was in there, Coy Autry, among some others, but yeah, quickly off the line. And yet again, Lakeside having a battle behind the chains. Going to be quite the matchup between this Lakeside O-line and this Lake Hamilton D-line. And Wally Walcott out of the gun, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. New running back in there, that's Tremendous Kane. Quick strike, and that's Drew Morgan. He's known as a baseball player for the Rams, but he's had 2 really good catches so far. Number 8, Blaine Sears, was the man who brought him down. So 3rd and 5. Great opportunity here for the Lake Hamilton defense. Lakeside, again, boasts a very big O-line, led by the truly big fella, Tucker Young, number 74. He's a senior, 6'5", 300 pounds. He is every bit of it. He's going to Arkansas next season, committed to Sam Pittman over Ole Miss and Memphis. Here's the snap. Play action. Walcott delivers again. 13 breaks a tackle. A.J. Burns dragged down. 22 on the tackle. That is Corbin Delling. Saves a touchdown for the Wolves. But the Rams are working here. Ball spotted at the 5. Great catch and run there by Burns. Only caught 15 passes last year, but he's a starter this time around with all the production they lost from a season ago. And we have somebody flinch here.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense.
And it is
number
offsides
78.
on the
Penalties half the
Wolves.
distance to the goal.
Be half the
Still
distance to the
first
goal.
down.
Lake Hamilton trying to get their guys in. And here come the Rams, trying to nod this thing up at 7. Tremendous Kane in the backfield. They're going to be cycling in a couple of running backs. Walcott, flat route to number 10. That's Luke Robleski. And an easy score. And quite the answer for Lakeside. Lake Hampton defense held strong on some situations, got them behind the line of scrimmage, but Lakeside had an answer for every one. An extra point on the way. Osa Guerra with the extra point duty. And right down Main Street. And it is all tied, 7-7. 6.5 left in the first, so quick scoring drives for both teams. Lake Hamilton would love to replicate what they did on their first drive. All runs, great holes opening up by that offensive line. And now we await the kickoff. Number 0, J.J. Johnson, along with Carson Jackson, back to receive it. Lakeside had a tremendous year last year, won their first 10-win season since 2011, got to the semis in the state playoffs for the first time since 1975, and they feel like they got a good team this year, but Coach Gillerin really likes his group as well. Here we go. That's J.J. Johnson. He's trying to spin out of a tackle, nowhere to go. Brought down just a little bit ahead of the 20-yard line. So that is where Lake Hamilton will begin. Coach Gillerin loves this team's mix of experience and youth. On offense especially, they're playing a few sophomores. Out of the gun again, they're going to start the drive. Davenport. Floating one. This is a beautiful strike and another big play to start the second drive. What a strike. He just floated it to J.J. Johnson, and the sophomore has made a couple of great plays. And just like that, for the second straight drive, the Wolves are starting in the red zone off of one big play.
During the play, sideline infraction. Lake Hamilton, it's their first warning.
So here we go, ball at about the 18-yard line. And Davenport again in the gun. He's had great success so far for Coach Gillerin in the offense. Handoff, Jackson. Jackson, good tackle. Good open field tackle. That's number 11, Quadarius Jackson. 24 tackles a season ago, and that one saved a touchdown. So just a 4-yard gain for the Wolves. So this time the Wolves are under center. Hands it off. That's Johnson, and he is getting a lot of work. And why wouldn't he? He's got a big pass. He's had a couple of good runs, and they are moving the chains. It's now 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Davenport. Jackson. Good wrap up there. That's number 4 on the tackle for the Rams, Pete Oman. Five-yard line here for the Wolves. Been a dream start on offense for Lake Hamilton. High formation. Hands it off. And cut down just short, it looks like. And, yeah, the ref is marking it right at about the 1-yard line. Coy Autry was the one who got it. They are rotating some running backs here. And they're going right back to that same formation. Let's see if they go back to the same play. Davenport, low under center, a pitch this time. Autry racing, got there. And it's 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for Lake Hamilton. And they go up 13-7. Coy Autry, we've seen multiple players get the ball here, and they've delivered. Johnson, Autry, Jackson. And Garcia knocks through the extra point. And there you go. Great answer from Lake Hamilton. A dream start. Now let's see if their defense can bring it here. 4:20 left in the first quarter. We've already seen 21 points scored on offense. Garcia back again to kick it off. Wolves, they lost the opener last year, a very tough game, 29-34 to Lakeside, but they then reeled off 5 straight wins and really helped propel them to the playoffs, that stretch. Different returner back for the Rams. Number 21, Lane Jester. Pete Ullman was back there the last kickoff, but Jester is new to the return team. Garcia boots it. Short kick, bounced to Ullman. Ullman looking, breaking tackles. He is tough to bring down, and a great return off the short kick. He got it all the way to the 44, almost a gain of 20 there for Ullman. Garcia actually had to bring him down there, the kicker, so got his nose in there, made the tackle. But back on offense comes the Rams. Walcott was very efficient on the last drive, very accurate. Let's see if he can repeat it here. 3 receivers to the right, none to the left. Handoff right up the gut to Ullman. Ullman makes a move, and he's already in Wolf territory on a really good run of about 10 yards. 9 yards they're going to give him here. 2 on the tackle for the Wolves, which would be Amos, the linebacker. Played 9 games last year for the Wolves at outside linebacker, and one of the guys that Coach Gillern trusts to play both sides of the ball. 4 receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Walcott, one of those short passes, a little bubble screen. That's 84, Drew Morgan, and he trucks over a defender on his way out of bounds. It's number 4, DJ Wilson, who took the brunt of that, but was able to force Morgan out of bounds. But it is a first down at about the 40. 3.5 left to go, and another good offensive drive here. Always a very intriguing matchup when these two teams get together. Lake Hamilton with that run-heavy offense. Lakeside loves to air it out. That's tremendous Kane on the carry, and a good one. Picks up about 6 on the play. Number 50, Fabian Garcia, got in on the tackle. 31 tackles a year ago for the junior. He actually moved from D tackle to D end. But tremendous Kane, another one of those running backs they like to use. He was actually a lineman to start his football career, made the move to running back and hasn't looked back. Ullman now in the backfield for the Rams. Ullman looking right, deflected. This could be dangerous. Are they going to say he caught it? No. Ref ran in and said it hit the ground. That would have been such a great break for this Lake Hamilton defense. That was number 8 who got in there. Blaine Sears, the sophomore, dove for it, just couldn't haul it. '74, Big Eli Williams was the one who got a piece of it to knock it up in the air. Lake Hamilton staff didn't like it.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
And they
Offense
have called a
number
late
10.
penalty here.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
Ineligible
to the
man
previous spot.
downfield for
Replay, second
Lakeside.
down.
So don't get the interception, but they do get a pretty good penalty to go their way. Backs them back 5 yards, and instead of 2nd and 4, or 3rd and 4, excuse me, It's going to be 2nd and 9. Walcott trips to the left, single wide receiver to the right. Drew Morgan in motion, going to the slot wide receiver at the right. Walcott rolling to the right, and he's going to find him again. Another catch for Morgan. Great completion again, a gain of about 18. Tackle made by number 2, excuse me, Jordan Amos. But Drew Morgan, smallest wide receiver for the Rams, only 5'9", 155 pounds, but the senior did bring in 30 passes last year, over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. So one of really the few trusted guys that Walcott had back this season. Omen, right up the gut. They've had great success on the inside run, and they got it again. Touchdown Rams, 20 yards out. And Pete Omen looking like his brother. And Lake Hamilton thought they may have got out of there with an interception. And just a few plays later, Lakeside is in the end zone. Extra point on its way to tie it. Asagera knocks it through, and 28 points scored, and we still got 2 minutes left to go in the first. Fireworks early here at Lake Hamilton. So here we go again. Lake Hamilton getting the kickoff. Lakeside yet to send out their unit. Here they come. Number 4 and number 14. Carson Jackson and DJ Wilson set to receive this one. And here is the boot. And a pretty good one. Ball caught at the 15 from Wilson. Wilson quickly brought down, was able to get it out to the 25, but multiple Rams in on the tackle, and something happened. Number 6 got tangled up and ended up almost on the track, and a flag was thrown. So let's see who this is on. Ref crew discussing it. Let's see what they got for us.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, return team number 8. Penalties half the distance from the end of the return, first down.
Unnecessary roughness goes against the Wolves. I thought initially it was going to go against the Rams, but a very tough break to start this drive for the Wolves. They're going to be brought back all the way just about the 12-yard line. 12 or 13 here, 13-yard line. A very tough break. So let's see if Lake Hamilton can do it 3 drives in a row to start this ball game. And not quite the fireworks we saw in the first play of each of the last 2 drives for Lake Hamilton, but a productive gain there, and that is Johnson again. He had the catch to start the last drive. That went for a huge gain. This time he goes for about 7. Coach Gillerin also the play caller, head coach and play caller for the Wolves. Shotgun here for Davenport, the 6'3" senior. Gillerin believes it's his year, his time to shine. Handing off, number 1, that's Autry. Cut down for only about a yard. So 3rd down and 2 for Lake Hamilton. Third down and short. We finally see a 4th down in this game. Yet to see one so far. Less than a minute to play in this first quarter. Davenport under center. One receiver split out. Hands off to Jackson. Jackson gonna get it. Gets the first down and a little more. Gain about 4 yards there, and here come the chains a moving. So first down. Probably see one more play here in this quarter. Ball at the 25, which is about where they had it on the kickoff, so they're back where they were before the unnecessary roughness penalty. Play action. Davenport's got to get rid of it. Another play down the seam, and number 14, Carson Jackson, gave it his all. He just couldn't stretch out and get it. Great effort, but falls incomplete. Davenport had a little pressure. And again, wasn't a horrible throw, just barely misses Jackson. Jackson coming out, and it's Jordan Amos coming in. So one senior replaces another. Under center again. Play action. Great catch by number 16. That's Hunter Edgman. He's the biggest wide receiver you'll probably see for the Wolves. Had to really adjust for that one. Wasn't really on target by Davenport, but great job by him to bring it in.
Holding, defense number 10. 10-yard play from the previous spot results in a first down.
Holding against the Rams. Called it on number 10 for Lakeside. That was Luke Robleski. And a decent gain turns into a pretty good one. Move the chains, and that is it for the first quarter, but 14-14.
That's the end of the first
Very
quarter.
entertaining first quarter. We'll see if the second can live up to it. And we will be right back. we flip the field here at Lake Hamilton, starting at the 35. Davenport fakes it, looking, has plenty of time, going to float one to 34. And good timing there, great blocking by the Wolves, but just can't connect. That was number 34 he was eyeing. Braden Gooddale. A lot of play action so far for this Lake Hamilton offense, which is what they want to do with that great running game. Two backs behind Davenport, pitches to Johnson. Johnson wrapped up, brought down at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a yard, but a quick tackle. And the Rams weren't fooled by the pitch this time. Big third down here. Will we finally see a punt? Same combination in the backfield, Johnson and Jackson. Rolling out, throwing, and maybe setting up some type of screenplay, but wasn't there. Rams all over it. Johnson can't bring it in, and we will see a punt. Number 1, Coy Autry, looks to be on punting duties here. The running back. And kick is away. Takes a bounce at about the 40 and then goes right and out of bounds. So decent field position here for the Rams. Going to have it at about the 40, 39, 40 yard line. And Wally Walcott looking to lead the third straight touchdown drive for Lakeside.
After the play,
Lake
personal
Hamilton
foul,
needs a stop here.
unnecessary roughness. Return team number 10.
Lakeside got one. Let's see if the
15-yard
Wolves
penalty from
can
end of
return the favor.
First down, Hot Springs Lakeside.
Uh-oh. I did not see the penalty flag there. Ball was moved all the way back to the 25, so had to be some type of unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Because I doubt there was any type of clipping or block in the back. There was no return on the play. But here we go. Walcott starting at the 25 instead of the 40. Quick pass out to Oman. Oman breaking tackles. He's off to the races at the 30, at the 20. The 10, touchdown Rams. One play, 6 points. Rams go up 20-14. Just to throw it to the flat, and Lake Hamilton could not contain the junior running back. Osaguera with the PAT, so far 2 of 2. And a penalty.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense, half the distance to the goal.
Penalty against the Wolves. And let's see if Lakeside, how they want to approach this. And Lakeside sending out the offense because of that penalty. It's going to be about a 1 yard 2-point attempt. Walcott in the offense out again. Seeing if they can go up to an 8-point lead instead of a 7 after the offside penalty. Oh, this is a little Wildcat formation, and we have a penalty now.
Prior to the delay of game, timeout, Hot Springs Lakeside.
And
That's
it's a
the first charge,
timeout
timeout of the half.
by Lakeside. So we'll see if Lakeside, maybe they didn't like the look they were getting from that formation. I assume it's still going to be the offense back there again. But they were in some type of Wildcat formation. Omen looked to be receiving the ball. But if you wanted offense, you've come to the right place. 34 points scored, and we still got 10:45 left in the second. And yet again, offense back out there. Walcott is going out wide, so they're going to go right back to that Wildcat formation. Polcheski is in there with him, and he faked it to him, and did he get it? I don't know if he did. And he didn't. Great stop by the Wolves. So they keep him out of the end zone on the 2-point attempt, and it's 20-14. Great stop there by the defense. They went to the Wildcat, and they couldn't overpower him. All right, kicking it off again. Going to be Jackson and Johnson. They've been a pretty good duo so far tonight for the Wolves. They will be receiving. Unfortunately, we don't have the kicker on our roster here, number 86 for the Rams. But here he goes. And a good kick. It's Kilgore is the last name. And it was a heck of a kick. But Jackson explodes. Oh, my goodness. He goes airborne. He pops right back up, thankfully. Penalty down, though. Let's see what it is.
During the return, holding. Return team number 9. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
And back-to-back kickoffs now. Lake Hamilton has had a penalty go against them. Unsportsmanlike on the last one. This time it's holding. So yet again, they got to go away. They're at the 15-yard line. 85-yard drive coming up here. Davenport starting under center. Behind them, Jackson and Johnson. Handoff to Jackson. Left side, 2 Rams were there, and they were ready. That's the 2 linebackers, Declan McKinney and Josh Rainey. McKinney, he moves to linebacker from safety last season. And Rainey, unfortunately, he had an injury last year that put him out for the whole season. But Jackson couldn't pick up anything. 2nd and 10. Be interesting to see if Lake Hamilton can hit another big pass play. They've tried a couple times now, but they've come up empty-handed. Under center. Davenport going to the left again. It's Jackson. Oh, man, this could be a penalty, and it will be. Big-time late hit by the Rams. Jackson again, boy, is he tough. He's taken a couple of big hits. Took one on the kickoff, took one there, and he pops right back up.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, late hit out of bounds, defense number 2. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Results in a first down.
And unsportsmanlike conduct it is on the late hit out of bounds on Jackson. Ball advances to the 33-yard line. Pass play, here it is, but pressure coming. He's got to get rid of it, and he can't. That is big fella number 77, Matthew Miller. 6 foot 285, the senior. Had an ACL injury last year. He lost 60 pounds in the offseason, and he's moving like it. Just instant pressure on Davenport, nowhere he could go. And instead, now it's going to be second down and long. Lost about 7 yards on the play. And this is where Lakeside wants the Wolves to be, behind the chains, where they can't lean on that run game as much. Shotgun formation now for Davenport. 2 receivers to his right, make it 3 now. Davenport looking left, firing left. And what a play. Johnson looked like he had a shot to get it, but a flag down.
Ineligible receiver downfield offense, number 70.
And it's
That
an
penalty's
ineligible man
declined.
downfield for
Third
the
down.
Wolves. Second time that's been called. One was on the Rams earlier in this game. The Rams are not going to take it, though. They're going to make it 3rd down and 17 instead of 2nd and 22. Or 2nd and 21, I should say. So 3rd and 16 here. Obvious passing down for Davenport and company. Davenport has missed on his last few passes. Would love to have one here. Good screen here. Johnson showing his ability. Oh, he got popped. He got popped. The ball is out. He got hit really hard, blindsided by a Lakeside defender. And it will be Lakeside ball. Number 7, Joshua Rainey comes up with it.
Rolling on the fields, a fumble recovered by Hot Springs
And
Lakeside.
a brutal
First down.
break for the Wolves. Lakeside offense quickly back out on the field. Great starting position here. Ball at the 41. Huge hit there on Johnson. Johnson just was blindsided by it. And Walcott in the backfield with Omen. Hands it off to Omen, and yet again, right up the middle. That's where they've had their success running the football, and it's another good run. Pick up about 6 yards there. Multiple Lake Hamilton defenders in on the tackle. Ball at the 35. 2nd and 4. Omen in motion, going left. Walcott looking his way, going to go out. Always wide open, it's Drew Morgan. Drew Morgan at the 10-5, touchdown Rams. Excellent play called there by the Lakeside O. And a tough fumble results in a Lakeside score. Walcott did a great job with his eyes looking at Omen, who was in motion, and then fired it to an open Morgan. Just a terrific call, and Lake Hamilton needs a score here on their next drive. Offense is still out there trying to make this a 28-14 game. Failed to get the 2-point attempt, 1 yard out on the last attempt. And here we go. Walcott, play action, flat route number 10. And that's Rubleski with the 2-point attempt, the senior, on the catch. And we'll make it 28-14. Rams offense 4 for 4 now on each of their drives with touchdowns. Lake Hamilton, they just love to start a drive here without a penalty on the kickoff. They've had 2 in a row now. Jackson and Johnson yet again back there. Here comes the kickoff team for the Rams, Kilgore. Ready to kick it away, kicking it from the right hash. Knocked it all the way down to the 5 on his last kickoff. So let's see if he does it again. Boots it. And again, another good kick. Caught it about the 7. Johnson weaving. Gonna go down in about the 24. Number 2 on the tackle. That is the senior, Chris Ford. Had 80 tackles last season, 13 against the Wolves in the opener a year ago. So let's see what Davenport and the offense has in store for us here. They got behind the chains early and they could never recover, driving it in a fumble. And it went the other way for the Rams. Davenport, trick play here and going nowhere. Jackson received the handoff, quickly gave it to Johnson, and he was tackled behind the chains. Number 7, Rainey, was in on it. Number 2, Ford, looked to be in the backfield as well. And 2nd and 15. Wide receiver split out wide for the Wolves. They are in the gun. Davenport. Gonna throw it right over the middle. Excellent play. An excellent play by the senior Ford. Played it. They tried to throw it down the seam, and Ford was awaiting the ball. Carson Jackson was the intended wide receiver, and he just couldn't throw it high enough. Ford made a really good play on the ball. Ball at the 45, another drive with great field position for the Rams. Wally Walcott. Handoff Omen. Omen tackled quickly, but his toughness, he's still gonna get just a little bit. But great effort there by the Wolves. Number 78 got in there on the tackle. That's Jaden Bird. So 2nd and 10. For Walcott and company. Tremendous Kane in the backfield with Walcott here. Quick pass. They've been really having great success with these quick passes. And it's another good gain. Number 13. That's A.J. Burns, the senior, with the catch. And number 2, Jordan Amos, gets in on the tackle. A little over 6 minutes left to play here. Rams would love another touchdown. Wolves just trying for maybe a turnover, maybe something. Just want to keep them out of the end zone here. Tremendous Kane again in the backfield. They're going to give it to him. Left side. Good tackle. Johnson on the tackle. He's been really good on both sides of the ball. He's just a sophomore, but they really, really like his ability on both sides of the ball. He's playing safety for them. So 2nd down and 8 now for Lakeside. Kane going to stay out there. Walcott, again, just a quick throw. This one not as accurate as his previous passes have been. A.J. Burns had to lay out for it, and he goes down at about the 28-yard line. So 3rd down and about 5. 3rd down and 5. Walcott really hasn't had to go to more than his first read. He's been finding his first target and been really accurate with it. Crowd getting into it. Walcott, and it's Oman. No passing here. Oman runs it tough and gets the first down. Just outside of the red zone here for the Rams. Clock is ticking. Rams would want to take off as much time as they can here. They do get the ball in the second half to start it. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Number 27 in motion. Oman again. Helmet came off of a Lakeside player. Oh, man, we got something going on over here. On the far end, potentially a penalty on Lakeside. 14, Carson Jackson and Jonathan Prather were involved in some extra activity. Still waiting for the call here. Here it comes.
After the play is over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 14, penalties half the distance to the goal. That results in a first down.
And the call goes against the Wolves. Home fans here not happy about it. But the Rams now are inside the 10-yard line. Penalty was half the distance to the goal. Walcott, all 3 wide receivers to his left. Hand off to Kane. Kane runs it hard, and he's going to be now inside the 5. Lake Hamilton trying so hard to keep them out of the end zone. They're cycling in different D linemen. And let's see here. Is there another penalty?
Illegal substitution, defense. Half the distance to the goal.
And
Second down.
too many men on the field for the Wolves. They were cycling in a lot of players on that play, and they lost count, I guess, and another tough break against Lake Hamilton. Lakeside loving this drive. They are taking off a lot of time. Walcott handing it off to Kane. Kane stuffed. Great wrapping up there. So third down, ball at the 2. Lake Hamilton already stuffed them on a big play earlier, a 2-point attempt at the 1-yard line. But you got to think that Lakeside's going to try to finish this with a touchdown no matter what happens here on this play. Walcott looking at the sideline. 3 receivers to his right. Pete Oman in at running back. Looks like it's going to be a timeout here by Coach Rockwell, and it is. Under 2 minutes now left to play in
Hot Springs Lakeside.
the first half.
That's their second charge timeout of the half.
Lake Hamilton defense awaiting the Lakeside offense. Here they come. Trying to punch it in from 2 yards out to go up 3 scores against their rivals. They're going back to the Wildcat formation. They were stuffed on this on a 2-point attempt 2 drives ago, but Oman gets the signal. He's in. They get in this time and make it 34-14 Lakeside. Another penalty. Refs discussing it with Lakeside coach Rockwell.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike contact. Offense number 71 for Tawny. That's number 71's first unsportsmanlike contact towards disqualification. That penalty will be
Touchdown
enforced for the
stand,
kickoff.
but a penalty after the play was on number 71 of Lakeside. That would be Jack Burton, the sophomore. So that looks to be enforced on the kickoff, because it'll still be a short PAT here for the Rams. Extra point, not a great snap, but is knocked through to make it 35-14 Lakeside. Less than 2 minutes, and this is a gigantic drive for Lake Hamilton. Lakeside gets the ball to start the second. And Lake Hamilton needs to put a touchdown on the board here, but they only have a minute 52 to do it. So yeah, let's see where they are going to kick this ball here. Referee walking out. Where are they going to spot it? 25, I would think. 15-yard penalty from the 40, and it will be. They'll be kicking it from the 25. Now Kilgore, the kicker for the Rams, he's been getting it all the way down to inside the 10-yard line, so this should be a good return for Lake Hamilton. Kilgore ready to go. Ball will be caught. Takes a bounce. Jackson gets it at the 30, and the bounce hurt him because it gave Lakeside all the time in the world to get down. There was really only a 5-yard return, but I think there's another penalty on the play. Tempers flaring.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the kicking team, number 48. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the
Yet
run.
again, it's
First
another
down.
unsportsmanlike, unnecessary roughness penalty. And what was a pretty disappointing return on the backed up kickoff now turns into a pretty good one. Ball will be spotted at midfield, just a little bit ahead of midfield for Lake Hamilton. Davenport in the gun, empty. No running backs with him. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Good protection. Throwing. And what a catch. Good catch. Takes the hit. Number 14 on the reception. That is Carson Jackson. And there's a Lakeside player down on the play. First injury of the game for us. Hopefully it's looks to be a cramp. They're going to stretch him out. And we'll get back on offense shortly. Number 7, Josh Rainey, was the one that went down. He hobbles himself off the field. And Lake Hamilton back out on offense. Again, no running backs in the backfield with Davenport. Davenport, quick pass, out route to Carson Jackson. Good catch and run. Goes out of bounds. 32-yard line is where he'll be spotted. So good pitch and catch there. And they gain about 12.
Timeout. Hot Springs Lakeside. It's their third and final
Timeout, and
timeout
it's
of the half.
the Rams who use it. Trying to figure some things out, trying to keep the Wolves out of the end zone. Back on the field are the Wolves. Johnson in the backfield with Davenport. 3 wide receivers to his right. And they're going to hand it off to Johnson. And Johnson ran into an O-lineman. But still a decent gain for Johnson. Pickup of about 5 yards. Like Hamilton does have 2 timeouts, so I think they feel okay running the ball here. And Johnson short of the line to gain. See, the 3rd and short for Lake Hamilton. But they got to go. 40 seconds. 3 receivers to the right of Davenport. Davenport hands it off to Jackson. Jackson inside the red zone, down at about the 16. Well, they're going to mark him at the 17. So surely here, and yes, the Wolves will use their timeout.
Timeout.
31 seconds left
Second
in
charge,
this
timeout
first
of the
half. Like Hamilton trying to make it a 2-score game. One timeout left for Lake Hamilton. Hasn't updated on the scoreboard yet, but it should. Again, we talked about on the kickoff how big of a drive this is for Lake Hamilton, with Lakeside getting the ball to start the second. You need a touchdown here if you're Coach Gillerin and company. Davenport hands it off. They run it again. 26 seconds. Gillerin, they're going to have to rush to the line. 20 seconds, and Davenport's got. They got to get up and they got to get set. They got to go. 12 seconds. Davenport, play action. Look into the end zone. Nobody open. He's got to step up. Got to be a quick timeout here for Gillerin. And there it is, but 2 seconds. What will the Wolves do?
Timeout. Lake Hamilton.
8 yards
That's their 3rd and
out.
final timeout of the half.
From the end zone. Lake Hamilton, few run plays, and the clock just kept going on them. Davenport was looking to the end zone on that last pass play, but credit to the Rams, nothing open. Davenport had to step up and got a pretty good gain, but offense is out, so they are going for the end zone here. Last play of the half, and it is a big one. They moved it back, ball at the 9. Here we go. Davenport will be under center in the wing tee. It's Autry and Jackson in the backfield. Play action. Davenport looking. Davenport. Good time. Going to float one to the back corner. Incomplete. And a huge stop for the Rams to keep this a 3-score game. Thank you so much for joining us for this first half. We will be back after the halftime festivities. We will see you in the second half.
Get ready for something special. The Lake Hamilton Steppenwolves and the Lakeside Gold Dusters are teaming up for an unforgettable halftime. Let's cheer loud and support both teams as they come together for a show-stopping halftime performance.
Let's put our hands together one more time for the Lake Hamilton Steppenwolves and the Lakeside Gold Dusters.
year's show is titled Coldplay. Visually, the show celebrates the grandeur, serenity, and thrilling adventure of playing in the snow, while cleverly using musical themes from the band Coldplay. Musical selections will include Viva La Vida, Everglow, and The Scientist. Featured soloists this evening will be David Orm on soprano saxophone, accompanied by Kaylee Crowder, Baden Gray, Henry York, Lucas Yang, Elijah Weininger, and Isabella Torrance. The band is under the field direction of drum majors David Orm, Madison Kingsmill, and Leah Francis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, the show band of Lakeside.
District is proud to present the Power Band of Arkansas, the Lake Hamilton High School Marching Band. Tonight, prepare to be transported as the Power Band unveils a special preview of its 2025 production, Leonardo, the Visionary, a bold and breathtaking journey to the life, artistry, and revolutionary inventions of the greatest Renaissance mind of all time, Leonardo da Vinci. Now, please welcome your Power Band of Arkansas.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to grab your official 2025 Wolves football program. Programs are available for just $5 at the ticketing window on both sides of the stadium. Look for one of our junior high Spirit Squad members to get your 100-plus page program packed with contents supporting your favorite Lake Hamilton Wolves. A big thank you to all our sponsors, family members, and advertisers who made this possible. We appreciate you, Wolf Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the field and join me in honoring today's Citizen Bank hometown hero, Cody Tollison. Cody's a native of Hot Springs, enlisted in the United States Air Force in 2010 in security forces, joining the 2nd Security Forces Squadron in Louisiana, serving 7 years on active duty. Throughout his service, Cody has held numerous key roles, including working in the law enforcement, SWAT team, and training troops. Cody has deployed to UAE and Afghanistan twice, supporting Operation Enduring Freedom. He is married to Taylor, and together they have a 1-year-old future Lady Wolf Landry. Fans, join me in honoring our hometown hero, Cody Tollison.
Second half action. Lakeside receives the kick. Lake Hamilton, unfortunately, last left, you couldn't punch it in the final play of the first half, so it remains a 3-score game. As again, we are all set to go. Kicker out there for the Wolves. Garcia waiting. These guys to join them. Lakeside is still yet to punt. They've scored on all of their drives. Perfect 5 for 5 with touchdowns. Here we go, just one man back to receive for Lakeside. Garcia kicks it away. The ball caught at the 8. Drew Morgan tackled quickly. Great job wrapping up. Tackle made by number 4, DJ Wilson. And Lakeside going to start at the 18. Wally Walcott very efficient interception in the first half, a ball that was batted at the line, but the Wolves could not come up with it. Omen with them. Handoff. They've had great success with those inside handoffs, but not this time. Multiple Lake Hamilton defenders on it. Witcher looked to be the first guy to get the tackle, number 95, for Lake Hamilton. And there is a Lakeside player down. Matthew Miller, the senior, number 77, down on the field. We'll take a quick break while they're figuring out what his injury is.
Also, a special thanks to our first responders, keeping our student athletes, spectators, and coaches safe this evening and throughout the season.
And they're helping Miller off the field, the big fella, number 77. One of the better old linemen on the team. He also plays D-line for the Rams. So we are second down and long, second down and 11. One of the few negative plays for Lakeside. Coach Gillerin and the Wolves would love to start this second half with a stop. Walcott and the offense in the gun again. Walcott surveying, dumping it off. It's Omen. Omen, who had a big touchdown catch earlier. Great tackling. And oh no. An excessive tackle at the end there. We've had a few of the unnecessary roughness penalties, and it looks like we're going to get another one.
Personal foul. Defense, unnecessary roughness. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run that results in a first down.
Penalty was against number 50, Fabian Garcia, the junior. Made quite the play getting out to Omen, but again, just went a little too far at the end, and he got whistled for it. So Omen, instead of a third down, it's 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 35. Tremendous gain to the left of Walcott. Quick flag. Oh, man. Right down the seam. Flag down. But for now, it's a touchdown, Drew Morgan. Let's see what the call is.
illegal formation offense. More than 4 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
And illegal formation strips away the touchdown. Drew Morgan, quite the catch and run. But the call goes against the Rams. And it scoots them back 5 yards. 1st and 15 now for Lakeside. So a big penalty goes against the Wolves. And now a big penalty goes against the Rams in this first drive of the second half. Three receivers to the right for Walcott. Tremendous Kane in the backfield. And Prather, who's usually the lone man on his side at wide receiver. A quick pass, a rare inaccurate throw. It is caught, but it goes nowhere. Funny enough, the quick throws for Walcott, those quick screens, that's where he's been the most inaccurate. Everything else he's been really, really clean on. Tremendous Kane stays in the backfield with Walcott. Same formation, same look. Drew Morgan in motion. He's been a thorn in the side of the Wolves. Floats it, Prather. Wide open is Jonathan Prather. And it's a touchdown Rams. Prather wide open. Number 3, the senior, the 6'2 senior. He averaged 11 yards per catch last season, and he got a lot more than that on that one. 70-yard completion.
Result of the play is a touchdown. During the play, sideline infraction on Lakeside. That foul will be forced on the extra point, 5-yard penalty.
Sideline warning now against Lakeside. We had one in the first quarter against Lake Hamilton after the first big play of the game. But the Lakeside offense is certainly clicking. Here in the first half. So because of that, it wasn't a warning. They actually backed them up 5 yards. And this will make it a little more difficult on the PAT. But didn't matter. Straight down the middle, 42-14 Lakeside. Wolves offense trying to get back to what they had in those first 2 drives. They had 2 big plays, set them up in really good positions, and they finished it. But since then, the Rams defense has tightened up and made things very difficult. Forced a couple of big turnovers, which really kind of turned this game on its head. So here comes the kickoff team, led by Kilgore. Same 2 back for Lake Hamilton. It's Johnson, the sophomore, and the senior, Carson Jackson. Kilgore. Shorter kick here, caught at the 20. Carson Jackson, stiff arms. Still up, still going. Trying to find anything he could on that return. He's going to be tackled at the 34. Gained about 14 on the return. And that's where Lake Hamilton will start, the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. Curious to see if Coach Gillerin spreads it out a little more here. He ran some empty sets at the end of the first half, but they will be going under center in that wing T. Handoff Jackson, and just can't get it going. Old lineman for Lake Hamilton lost their helmet. But very short gain, excuse me, that was tight end Asher Lyons who lost his helmet, had to come off. Davenport out of the shotgun. Sophomore Johnson to his right. And a little sweep to Carson Jackson, and again, just nothing doing. Can't go much of anywhere. He's down after about a yard. He got hit pretty good. Frustrated on how this game has went. Wolves went up 14-7, and since then it has been 35 unanswered by Lakeside. DJ Wilson out wide at wide receiver. Davenport, Johnson in motion, going out to pass, and it stopped. A lot of penalties, and we're going to add to it.
Prior to the snap, delay a game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And a delay of game, first one of those tonight. And it made a 3rd down and 8, a 3rd down and 13. Pretty sloppy, which is what you expect in these opening games. But just a lot of penalties, a lot of needless penalties. And that one sure doesn't make Gillerin happy. Davenport takes a shot. Johnson's open, he missed him. He just misses. Johnson was open, and if he hauls it in, it's going to be a house call, but instead incomplete. And it makes it 4th down and long. And Autry is back to punt. Rams don't have a returner back, so they're expecting a fake. And Autry will boot it. Bounces at the 35 and gonna go all the way to about the 20. So a good punt, no returner back, and Lake Hamilton takes advantage. But Lakeside up 4 scores, and they're looking to add to it. Six for 6 on their drives, all touchdowns. They've just really played clean football. And anytime Lake Hamilton would get them behind the sticks or seem like they would have a promising start to their defensive drive, Lakeside would hit them with a big play. So Walcott, 2 receivers to his left, hands it off to Tremendous Kane. Tremendous Kane showing off that 4.5 speed. He's at the 40, he's at the 30, the 20, the 10, a foot race, touchdown, he'll win it. And a one-play, 80-yard score. They had a 70-yard touchdown to start the second half, and they got an 80 in their second drive. Carson Jackson was the last man in defense. He just couldn't quite catch Kane. As Kane, who's got 4.5 speed, showed it there. Extra point knocked through. A 49-14 lead for Lakeside. Not the start that the Wolves wanted for this season. They've lost the last two to Lakeside. And unless a miracle can happen in this next quarter and a half, looks like it could be 3 straight losses to their rivals. Kilgore in a familiar spot, kicking it off yet again. And kicks it. Wilson had to go up and get it. And good return here, takes a pop, knocks a man over. And a promising return for DJ Wilson, the junior wide receiver. Coaches have been very impressed by him in the offseason. And they get to start the drive at the 40. Best starting field position in a while for the Wolves. Inside handoff, doesn't get much. That's Johnson, who's had some really good plays and has shown some really good promise, but just a gain of a yard on that carry. Another handoff to Johnson. Johnson running hard, but multiple Rams on him. And whistle's blown. And Lakeside has beat their mark for the most points they've scored against Lake Hamilton since this rivalry renewed in 2018 with 49. They scored 42 2 seasons ago. 49, the most they have scored against the Wolves. Under center, Davenport. And it's Johnson, 3rd straight carry, and looks like he just is going to get it. Yep, they're telling him to move the chains. But J.J. Johnson, very impressive on the evening. And Coach Gillerin, he was very happy about the sophomore class that he had coming in. We've seen a few of them, but Johnson's probably been the best. Under center is Davenport, wing T. Play action. Good job by Jackson to pick up a rusher. And he laid out for it. It was a quite the effort on the catch, but he can't haul it in. 34 was the intended wide receiver for the Wolves, Braden Goodale. So 2nd and 10. Davenport going on a little sweep to Jackson. Jackson, he's been taking some real hits. I mean, he is really showing his toughness. That was number 2, Chris Ford, who knocked him out at the 45, 44-yard line. He's kind of regarded as the hardest hitter of this defense, the safety. 5'10", 170 pounds, but does he pack a punch? Third down and 6. Davenport goes to Jackson. And Jackson's going to be short. Only manages to get about 2 yards on the carry, so it's going to be 4th and 4. And no question here, Gilliland's going to keep the offense out there and see if they can keep this drive going. Back to pass is Davenport, and deflection by Ford. 14 was the intended receiver, Carson Jackson. Maybe a flag could have been thrown, but there wasn't. And Lakeside takes over on offense. And will we see the starter still out there for the Rams? And we will. It looks to be. Walcott's out there right now. So the offense stays in. The first team offense stays in for Lakeside. With 2.5 remaining in the third. Clock is ticking. And you got to think this will probably be the last drive that we see Walcott and the first team tonight. Run up the middle for Polchinski, the sophomore running back, very talented. He's already 205 pounds as a sophomore. He's kind of known as the bruiser of the running back room. He was an all-conference player, or excuse me, won a conference title with the junior high team a season ago. Trips to the right, one wide out to the left, and handoff, and it's Polchinski again. And he's going to be right at the line to gain. Let's see if they're going to move those chains, and they will. But 74 is hurt, and that's somebody you don't want to see down for the Rams. That's Tucker Young. That's the Arkansas commit. They're stretching him out, though. Stretching the big fella out again. 6'5", 300 pounds. All-state player committed to play for the University of Arkansas. Give us a minute. We'll be back as they take care of the injury. And Tucker Young is able to walk off the field, is hobbled, but good to see that the big fella is able to walk off the field himself with no help. Tremendous Kane in at running back. Just letting that clock tick. Under a minute and a half now. 10 seconds on the play clock. Hand off to Kane. Kane, who had the big touchdown run, and he's still going. My goodness, another terrific run. Tremendous run by Kane. And the huge run, 80-yarder on the second drive of the second half for the Rams, and he continues his great game. And by the time this next play is snapped, we'll be under 30 seconds in the third quarter. Walcott, 3 receivers to his right, but another handoff, but Wolves on it quickly. Good tackle. Blaine Sears was the one who got him. Another sophomore. But we will go to the fourth quarter with a 49-14 Rams lead.
Quarter.
We will wait for the refs to move the ball across the field, and we will be right back on Lake Hamilton Live. And we are back to start the fourth quarter. Rams right at the 20 in the red zone. 2nd down and 9. They've ran it every play on this drive. And they'll continue. Tremendous Kane. Good shoestring tackle. Touchdown saving tackle. That was number 55 for Lake Hamilton. Cannon Crooks. Rams just using 30 to 40 seconds every play, and it's Kane again. He's been getting the majority of the work on this drive. First and goal now for Lakeside at the 9. Sears again on the tackle. The sophomore, between him and J.J. Johnson, they played really well Two receivers far out on that right side. And it's Kane again. Kane going left, stiff arms. Cuts, touchdown, Lakeside. Make it 55-14. And Kane, second trip to the end zone for him on the ground. A little shorter, 71 yards shorter than his previous touchdown. But result is still the same. Extra point is up and good. 8 for 8 for Oseguera, the Lakeside kicker. And we are under 9.5 left in the opening game for the Wolves. Mercy rule, it has been in effect since the lead got to 35 points. Lake Hamilton next week, they're going to hope to rebound against Little Rock Southwest. They had a really good game against them last season. They actually shut them out 49-0. Their next home game isn't for 2 weeks when they play Arkadelphia. Arkadelphia will be coming to town after winning a state title. So Kilgore yet again set to kick it off. Jackson and Johnson still out to receive the kick. Approaching about 8 minutes left to go in this one. And there it is, high, caught at the 15 by Johnson. Johnson, again, showing off the moves. He's had a really good night. And he's tackled at the 30. Lake Hamilton, they just want to get in the end zone one more time. They're actually putting in the backups. This is a new quarterback. This is Jace Bohannon, sophomore, 5'9", 160 pounds. Really good with the freshman team a year ago. He led them to an 8-2 record as the QB. So Gillerin wanting to give him some game action. And he's in the gun. And there he is. He's more of a runner than Davenport. Doesn't quite have the size, the frame that Davenport has, but they like him in the open field. And no gain on the play by Bohannon. And it looks to be just Bohannon has been the change. All the other starters are still out there for Lake Hamilton. But Lakeside still playing ultra hard defensively. Third down and 9. Again, give the Lakeside defense credit. We looked like we were in for a shootout after the first few drives. It was 2 straight touchdowns for Lake Hamilton, and then they were really shut down. They came close at the end of the first half, but they couldn't punch it in. Bohannon looking, rolling right. Got to get rid of it. But he's going to show those legs. Look at this. There he is, showing his ability in the open field. Again, he's known as the runner of the quarterback room, and he's very dangerous in open space, and he shows why. So, first down and 10. Ball at the 49-yard line. Bohannon gives it to Jackson. Jackson, just so many Rams around the ball. That was number 48 on the tackle for Lakeside. Ethan Gabberty is a sophomore. Backups are in for Lakeside's defense. Bohannon back under center. Gonna pass. Got to get rid of it here. But again, he's going to escape. He has done really good. Goes out of bounds. And two really good runs by number 5 on this drive. Lakeside's done a good job covering downfield, so the sophomore says, I'll take it myself. And for the second time, he moves the chains on a run. Picked up 11 on that run. And he's looking to pass again. First throw of the game, and he's got a man. And a terrific adjustment on the catch. I think that's Hunter Edgman, number 16, the senior. Great job of going down and getting that one. And Lake Hamilton trying to end this game with a touchdown. Clock is going. 3.5 left. Bohannon. Handoff. And it's a good carry. I think that's Autry. Autry, number 1. The senior. He's at a touchdown. He had the second touchdown of the game. The second and final touchdown of the game so far for Lake Hamilton, but they want to get one more here. Bohannon hands it off. Jackson. 3 Rams in on the tackle there, including number 29, Hudson Phillips. Ball spotted at the 3-yard line. Third down. They can still get a first down. They don't have to get in the end zone. It's 3rd and 1, not 3rd and goal, so. Bohannon looks right, throwing right. And it's a good throw. Flat route out to Carson Jackson. And Jackson with the score. Lake Hamilton. Fireworks are going off. Game not quite over yet, but we got a fireworks display.
Please stop the game clock.
Stopping the game clock here at 1:44 left. Kick is blocked. The extra point is blocked. Lakeside can't scoop it. So, really good touchdown drive led by sophomore Jace Bohannon. But the extra point will not be converted, so score stays 56-20. And Lakeside should just run the rest of this clock out here. Less than 2 minutes to go in this open. Okay, and what could be the final kickoff of this ball game. Garcia will kick it all the way to about the 10-yard line, and Lakeside goes down harmlessly. Number 11, Cordarius Jackson. So final score will be 56-20. Again, next week, road game for the Wolves as they go to Little Rock Southwest. A great game last year against the opponent. Shut them out. Hopefully they can do the same. And under a minute left. Just a kneel here. Should be for the Rams. They're in the shotgun. Tough snap, but. And they're going to have to do it one more time. 3 seconds separating the game clock and the play clock. But Lake Hamilton, some players showed some real promise. Some players that we already knew were going to be pretty good, had a good game, but just Lakeside's offense too much, too efficient. And that is where the game will end. 56-20 win for the Rams. We will see you on Lake Hamilton Live in 2 weeks on September 12th. Home game against Arkadelphia, the Badgers. And for myself, Keaton Glisson, and the whole Lake Hamilton Live crew, thank you very much, and until next time, go Wolves.